position, letting your body be fully supported, whether seated or lying down. Allow your hands to rest easily, your shoulders to soften, and your spine to settle naturally. Close your eyes gently or soften your gaze and begin turning attention inward. Take a slow, easy breath in and let it flow out naturally, releasing tension, not forcing anything. With each inhalation, allow awareness to settle in the body. With each exhalation, let any need for control or judgment relax. Today's session is about observing anxious thoughts without reacting, without trying to control them, without needing to push them away or solve them. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness in which thoughts arise. By creating space between yourself and the stream of thinking, freedom begins to emerge. Begin by noticing any thoughts that are present in your mind right now. Perhaps they are predictions, worries, self-judgments, or anticipations about social situations. Observe them as they appear, labeling them gently if you wish, such as thinking, worrying, or planning. Notice that each thought is simply a mental event, a pattern of neurons firing, an energy passing through consciousness. You do not need to believe it, follow it, or act on it. Thoughts can be like clouds passing across a wide, open sky. They appear, shift shape, and eventually drift away. Your mind does not need to control them to remain steady. Bring attention to your breath. Notice its natural rhythm, how it rises and falls, steady and reliable. Let the breath anchor you in the present moment. Thoughts may arise, as they always do, but with each inhalation and exhalation, allow yourself to recognize that thinking is normal and does not require action. Imagine each anxious thought as a leaf floating on a gentle stream. See it come into awareness, drift along, and continue downstream. You do not grab the leaf. You do not push it. You simply watch it move naturally. Now imagine a social situation where anxious thoughts often appear. Perhaps it is meeting someone new, speaking in a group, or attending a gathering. Notice the types of thoughts that arise, perhaps fears of judgment, imagined mistakes, or anticipations of embarrassment. Observe these thoughts without analyzing, without judging, without attempting to fix them. Notice any bodily sensations that accompany these thoughts, the tension in the shoulders, the flutter in the chest, the slight tightness in the stomach. Bring gentle awareness to these sensations and let them coexist with observation. You are learning that thoughts and sensations can exist without control, and your nervous system begins to register that presence alone is sufficient for safety. As thoughts arise, allow yourself to label them gently. There is thinking, there is worrying, there is planning. These labels are not evaluation, they are acknowledgement. Each recognition creates a subtle distance between you and the thought. Imagine a small space opening around each thought, a safe perimeter that allows observation without entanglement. You do not need to suppress, argue, or justify. You simply notice. With each breath, this spacious awareness expands. The mind begins to relax into observing rather than reacting. And anxious patterns lose intensity as their habitual grip weakens. Visualize your mind as a wide, open sky. Thoughts are clouds, appearing and drifting away. Some are dark, some are light, some move quickly, others slowly. Regardless of their shape, size, or color, they do not alter the expanse of the sky. The sky remains calm, vast, and steady. Your awareness is like this sky, unchanged by passing clouds, open, spacious, and free. The more you observe thoughts in this way, the less automatic your reactions become. Anxiety begins to lose its momentum because the mind is no longer feeding it with resistance, judgment, or urgency. Now bring attention to how this approach can be applied in real life. Imagine a scenario where you might normally overthink or ruminate. Notice the familiar anxious thoughts as they arise. Instead of following them, labeling them, or trying to solve them, simply notice them, allow them to exist, and return focus gently to the present. Perhaps your attention comes back to your breath, the feeling of your feet on the floor, or the sounds around you. Each moment of noticing and returning is a rehearsal for mental flexibility. The nervous system learns that thought does not require action, and freedom grows naturally. Expand this practice to the full range of thoughts, not only anxious ones, but also critical, self-doubting, or anticipatory thoughts. All thoughts can be observed without entanglement. Imagine each thought as a bird flying past. You may notice its color, size, direction, or speed, but you do not need to capture it or chase it. Some birds may return repeatedly. Others may move on quickly. Each time you practice observing without control, your mind and body receive confirmation that thinking is safe, and anxious responses begin to diminish. Now consider how anxious thoughts often try to predict the future or replay the past. Recognize that predictions are not facts, they are possibilities. Replays are memories, not present reality. By observing thoughts without attachment, you prevent them from dictating your emotional state. You may notice anxiety arise, but without belief or resistance, the nervous system begins to self-regulate. Confidence grows from the understanding that you can be present with thought without being controlled by it. Bring attention again to the body. Feel the stability of your posture, the flow of breath, the support beneath you. Notice how sensations exist alongside thought, yet remain manageable and steady. By coexisting with internal experience without needing to suppress or fight it, a sense of internal mastery begins to emerge. Anxiety no longer has to escalate when thoughts arise, because observation replaces resistance. The mind becomes spacious, flexible, and resilient. Now imagine practicing this awareness in a future social situation. Perhaps you are meeting new people, speaking in a group, or attending a gathering. Thoughts will arise, you will notice them, label them gently, and allow them to pass. Imagine the feeling of calm attention, the spacious awareness that holds these thoughts without being carried away. Notice the ease and flow that emerges as you move through the situation with presence rather than control. Each successful mental rehearsal strengthens neural pathways for relaxed, flexible thought and behavior. As you continue, imagine layering awareness over subtle physical sensations. perhaps your chest tightens, your stomach flutters, or your hands feel restless. Observe these sensations as information, not danger. Notice how they fluctuate naturally without needing intervention. Your ability to observe thoughts without controlling them transfers to observing sensations in the body. Anxiety diminishes as the nervous system learns that internal experiences do not require immediate action. Calm becomes accessible through observation rather than suppression. Bring attention now to integrating self-compassion into this process. As thoughts arise, allow a gentle phrase to emerge naturally, something like, "It's okay to think. I can notice and continue." Repeat it silently, felt in the body, accompanying each inhalation and exhalation. Self-compassion becomes the anchor that stabilizes awareness and reduces judgment. The nervous system learns that thought can be met with acceptance rather than fear, creating a foundation for ease and resilience in social situations. Imagine the mind's habitual overthinking slowly losing intensity. Thoughts may still arise, but without engagement, they no longer dominate experience. You remain grounded, present, and connected to your breath, body, and environment. Each observation strengthens neural pathways for calm, flexible thinking, allowing insight and creativity to flow rather than anxious loops. Confidence grows automatically as the mind practices spacious observation repeatedly. Now expand your awareness to the flow of daily life. Picture moments where previously thought patterns would spiral waiting in line, joining a conversation, sending a message, or speaking in a meeting. Observe thoughts arise